everyone, this is Karen at Handmade Soap Decadence, and I hope everybody had a happy new year and a really good Christmas. I did. I had family stay over from abroad, so it was a bit hectic, a bit crazy, and I actually went out on New Year's Eve for the first time in something like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, and had a really good time, but I did pay for it. So for the last week I've been quite sore and achy, and I haven't been moving very well, so I didn't make any soaps during that period. But I'm feeling a little bit better, so I thought I'd get on and start making some more soaps. I'm going to be making a sensitive skin soap today. Oh, you know what? I've got some pictures from New Year's Eve. I might put one in so you guys can actually see what I look like. I might put one in. We'll see. So if it may get a flash now for a photo, or you might not. It depends on my mood. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, back to the soap. As I said, I'm going to be making a sensitive skin soap. So there will be no colouring going on and no fragrances at all. I've got some olive oil in here that's been infused with calendula. That's been sitting for a month or so. So I've added that to this, and obviously I've deducted that from my base oil. So I've got olive oil, the calendula infused olive oil, and sunflower and coconut and shea butter and cocoa butter. Lovely, lovely. And in here I've got my coconut cream and, oh, what else is in there? Coconut cream, double cream, and also, I don't know if you can see it, but there's some little black specks in there, and that's from a vanilla pod. What I did was I cut a vanilla pod in half, and I used just one half. I put a little bit of distilled water from my batch amount with the vanilla pod, and I let that infuse for 24 hours, and added my coconut cream and my whipped cream to that. So it does have a slightly vanilla scent to it, but I don't think it's going to make that much difference to the scent of the soap. I've also got some honey in here, so as I'm not colouring it, I'm sure the vanilla and the honey will darken the batter as it cures anyway. So we'll see what colour it comes out with when it's finished curing. But I know definitely with the vanilla and the honey, it will darken the batter. And I've got some calendula petals to put on top, and I am gonna put some glitter. We've got to have glitter, definitely. So let me put on my gloves and we will get going. And I got these really cool funky pink gloves, which I really like. I've got some pale blue ones too. Why not make it a bit exciting, huh? Let's get my gloves on and then we can get mixing. Oh, Christmas was really, really fun. My nephew drove over from Holland for the very first time. So that was exciting for him. Oh, it was good fun. Definitely good fun. I hope everyone else had a really good Christmas too. Right, let's get on with this. So, this is my soy powder. And I made this myself from soya beans. So I'm going to add that into my base oils first. Right, that's that. And this is oatmeal, so it's called colloidal oatmeal. I made this myself with as well. Well, Sandra helped me. From oats, we ground them and sifted them so that it got this nice little. Well, it's not little pieces. It's a fine powder. So I'm going to add that in. 2 of those. I'm making a £2 batch. That's my oatmeal. Oh, you know what? I need to put my clay in. Let me just grab my clay. Sorry about that. I always forget something. Oh, my back is sore. Right. Always end up forgetting something. Terrible like that. And not making soaps over the holidays. I'm really out of whack. I've sort of lost my flow, as it were. Right, let's get this clay in. This is just kaolin clay because it's one of the mildest clays. Get that in there. This is just my base oils. I haven't added my lye water yet. So I'm going to whisk that up before I put my lye water in. This is my lye water. You can see it's kind of yellowy, and that's because it has tussar silk in it, which makes the soap nice and silky soft. So let's just get this whisked up a little bit. Sorry about the noise. Whilst the lye water's not in it, it's not going to do anything to the battery, whizzing it up at all. Okay, that looks well mixed in. Right, let's oh, I nearly dropped my stick blender then, that would have been a disaster. Right, let's get my lye water in there. And after I've whisked this a little bit, I'll add my milky mix. Not bothered about this getting thick because I'm not doing anything else with it. It's just going to go straight into the mould. All of my soaps are really mild anyway because I use a high content of olive oil, but this one's going to be that little bit extra mild for people with very sensitive skin. Hence no colours, no titanium dioxide, just nice natural stuff. The only problem is because I use, you know, the shea butter and cocoa butter and the dairy cream and stuff, people with allergies won't be able to use this. So if you have a nut allergy, excuse me, a nut allergy or a dairy allergy, you won't be able to use any of these because obviously you'll have a reaction. So I'm afraid you won't be able to use it. I'm sorry about that, but I really like the soaps to have the cocoa butter and the shea butter in it. It just makes it so creamy. My soaps are more creamy than they are bubbly, but I don't mind that. I've put a little bit of sugar dissolved in water in here as well, just to help with the bubble factor, but I'm not that bothered about bubbles. It still cleanses really well, but it's a thick creamy lava that you'll get with these, not light fluffy bubbles. If it's light fluffy bubbles, they tend to be more drying, those soaps. Those are the soaps that leave you really squeaky clean, and I don't like those ones because I like to get out of the shower feeling moisturised, not tight and dry. I don't like my skin to feel tight and dry. I don't think that's a nice feeling at all. And seeing as I use everything I make, I like to make it the way I want it. So this is my first soap of 2014, and I still haven't got my Facebook store open. Oh my goodness, I just haven't had the time, the inclination, or just couldn't be bothered to get on with it. I mean, it's such a hassle. You've got to, you know, take your photos, then you've got to edit them, then you've got to add all your ingredients, and then you've got to price it all, and then you've got to work out the shipping costs, and blah, 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 and terms and conditions, and disclaimers, and yada, yada, yada. It is a lot of work starting it. I suppose once it's up and running, it won't be so bad just adding things on, but trying to get my backside in gear to get on with it is another story. So I've definitely got to get it done this month, because I'm just taking way too long with this, and people are asking me now, when is your store going to be open? We're waiting for your store, we really like your stuff, because I've given stuff out as samples, and the feedback I'm getting is really positive, so yay! And so people actually do want to buy, and I haven't got a store open. I've got to get my butt in gear, I really do. It's just a pain in the arse, it really is. Oh, excuse my language. My husband's done his back in, so that's a really stressful situation for us right now. He's a landscape gardener, so you can imagine the kind of work he does with, you know, lifting 10-foot concrete posts and digging holes, etc. And he can barely move at the moment. He's using my crutches, and oh, it's diabolical. I wanted to take him to A&E today. It refused. Typical man. He hobbled out, and he's got Damien working with him today to do all the heavy lifting. Basically, he's going to be just instructing, and Damien's going to be doing the work. I didn't want him to go to work today. I just wanted to take him down to the hospital. I took him to the chiropractor, and he seems to be worse. Quite worrying. What can you do? He's a typical man, and he doesn't like a fuss. It's just not a very good start to our new year with all of this, with me feeling like crap and him feeling like crap. It's not ideal. And I've got a stroppy 15-year-old daughter and an autistic 6-year-old boy, so our house is a bit of a madhouse at the moment. That's the way life is. You just got to get on with it, haven't you? Now, why isn't this getting thick? I'd like it to be thicker when I put it in the mould, and look how runny it is still. I can't believe it. Normally, I suppose because I haven't added any fragrance. Normally I add the fragrance and my batter just goes crazy thick and accelerates, but look how thin that is. Look at that. I wish it would stay like that all the time. But now that I actually want it thick, it's not getting thick. Typical, huh? Oh, I've got the bubbles. I should be getting to the habit, but I'm just really out of practice right now. It's crazy. This stick blender is a bit quieter than my other one. Got this one in sale. Oh, it was a bargain. It was like, I don't know, £11 or something. And it's so cool. I really liked it because it was black. And that's sad, isn't it? But it matches my kitchen. My kitchen's black and white, and so is my living room. Oh no, look what I've done. Oh dear, what a mess, what a mess. Let me sort that out. Got my handy dandy rag. It looks a bit manky, but I do wash it in the washing machine at 90 degrees. It's just stained from soap dye. Not a big deal, but it's good to keep an old cloth handy, and I've dampened it down as well. And obviously my table has been cleaned. Well, the table's been cleaned, and then I've put this, I got this from the 99p store, this sort of plasticky table cover. Because even when I was using the paper towels, I found that the soap batter would still leak through it, and it was marking my table because of the caustic soda, the lye. So I got this, and I really like it, and obviously I've cleaned it down with alcohol before I started. Because you've got to be careful and make sure everything is very hygienic. I'm sorry, this is really boring because it's not getting thick. I can't believe it. get thick because I want to texture the top. I don't want to have to wait to texture the top. I just want to pour it in, take it to the shop, put my cleanser on and my glitter on and be done with it. But it looks like I'm going to have to do the second part to this because it's not getting big. My coconut cream and soya normally make a really nice thick batter. I was really surprised at this. Oh, you know what? I've had an idea. I am going to put some aloe vera in this. Seeing as it's not thick and I've got plenty of time to mess about, I'm going to go and cut a piece of aloe vera from my plant. So, ooh, bear with me a moment and I will go and get it. Back, there's my aloe vera. I've got it growing. It's indoors at the moment because the weather's bad, but in the summer I put it outside. That's the aloe vera, so I'm going to slice off the spines. Like that. To the other side. Should have thought of this before. Because aloe vera is amazing stuff. It's good for so many things. I've got some in the freezer because I tend to burn myself a lot in the kitchen. And so if I burn myself, I just take a piece of this out of the freezer, cut it open and put it straight onto the burn. And because it's frozen, it's nice and cold and it's cooling, and then the aloe vera gets to do its thing. Slimy. Yeah, the aloe vera gets to do its thing and helps healing. And that's the aloe vera there. So I'm just going to, let me do it this way round, scrape it and put it in, and then my blender will sort out the chunks. This is going to add a bit of extra water to my batter, but I'm not that bothered about that. I've got a slight discount in there anyway. So the water content of this, excuse me, isn't going to make that much difference. I know it looks really yucky and slimy. Oh, you probably can't see because my stick blender. I know it looks really yucky and slimy, but this is simply Mother Nature's, one of Mother Nature's most fabulous plants. The uses for this are just amazing. Like I said, it burns, it heals them up so quickly. It's better than any pharmacy cream that you could ever buy, just pure aloe vera. And I did wash this off before I brought it out here, so try to make it as clean as possible. Right, nearly there. The bit on the end is a little bit stiff because that was right at the bottom of the plant. I know it looks gross and slimy, but like I said, amazing, amazing. You've got a cut, heals that up. Like I said, with the burns, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You cannot get anything better than this. Right, so that's scraped off. I'll scrape off the little bit that's on here. I know a lot of soapers put aloe juice in their soap. I don't put it in every soap, but I thought, seeing as that my batter was getting thick, it was just an idea to put some of it in here, seeing as it's for very sensitive skin. Look at that. It's very slimy. Oh goodness. We'll get it in, we'll get it in. Got a little bit of the skin there, so I'm just going to grab that out if I can. Ugh, look at that. Oh, and I got a new camera, so that's what I'm using now. So I'm hoping the picture quality and the sound quality is going to be better. Ugh, I cannot get this bit because it is so slimy. You know what it's like? It's like eggs. The white of an egg, where it's really gloopy. And it looks like my batter's starting to thicken up too, which is alright. Okay, get that out. Right, that'll do. What a mess. Let's wipe my hands off with a cloth. Oh, I've been enjoying watching some videos from other YouTube soapers over the Christmas period. There's some really good soapers out there. They're amazing. Yep. So batter is definitely getting thick, which is great. I'm hoping I won't have to wait there when I texture this up. Left. Yeah, I think that's pretty smooth. Excellent. Right. Ooh, that was a close one. Scrape off my blender, get all of that off because I don't like waste. This stuff is way too expensive to be wasting. Cocoa butter, shea butter, that is expensive stuff. Olive oil, that is expensive stuff. I'm not going to waste it. So I'm sorry if I'm boring you with my scraping, but you don't have to watch if you don't want to. I don't know why I'm singing. I watched a video from one of my favourite soapers, Mel at Body Care Boutique today, and I was so happy to see her doing another video. It wasn't a soaping video, she got a sewing machine. I just thought she'd show it to everybody. But I was just so happy to hear her voice and see her making a video again. And her hands are so pretty, oh my goodness. Her nails are perfect. Got such pretty hands. She should do... Mel, you should do hand modelling. Your hands are amazing. Wish I had nice looking hands like that. My hands are kind of chunky and fat. They swell a bit though. My medication and my medical condition doesn't help it much. Right, that looks cool. I'll give you a little close up of that. If you can see the, I'm not sure if it's going to focus in or not, but vanilla pods. You can see the vanilla pods in there. Right, let's just clear this up a little bit. Get my mould in there. Oops, sorry, flash the camera. Right, is that in the screen? Yep. Right, let's get pouring. I think I am going to have to wait before I texture this because although it's thickened up, it's not really thick. So it looks like I will have to stop the video, let it thicken up and then start the video again. I'm not even sure if I've got a pause function on this. Didn't check. What's a donut? How could I not check that? Well, if not, I'll just stop it and start again. Ugh, my hand is cramping already. Couldn't believe that. I haven't been holding this very long. Oh, give me a minute. Let's just stretch my hand out a bit. Oh. This was why I didn't make any soaps for a while, because I haven't been feeling up to it, and I know, my body says it ain't gonna cooperate. I know it's not gonna cooperate, and it's just not worth it. The last thing I want to do is start a soap and not be able to actually finish it. Oh, let's just take another break. It's my obsessive scraping not helping the situation, but like I said, I really don't like wasting the soap ingredients. Plus, washing up this stuff isn't fun either, because it's until it saponifies, you know, turns into soap, it's oil. So washing up, you have to use a ton of washing up liquid. Thank God we've got a wholesale account, because I just buy a 5 litre bottle of very antibacterial. I shouldn't be advertising that, but anywho, a 5 litre bottle of washing up liquid, and use that. I like to use the antibacterial to be funny about germs, which isn't a bad thing with soaping. It's probably come in handy. I've always been funny about germs. So my husband used to complain about my hands smelling of bleach all the time, because I used to bleach everything. The floors, I still bleach the floors though, but sinks and stuff. But I started wearing gloves with that because I ended up with contact dermatitis. So my hands were cracking and sore from just too much cleaning products, but I wear gloves now, so my dermatitis is under control. My hands don't look so manky anymore. Okay, with the obsessive scraping, I do apologise. I'm scraping everything. Let's clean up my side here. Get off. Just that last little bit that's on there. I know it's only a little drop. It's pathetic for me trying to get it off. Oh, you know what? I give up. It's not coming off. Just wipe this off a bit. Make it a little bit tidier. I don't need to wipe off any more. Got it on my hand. Right, I'm just going to push my chair out, stand up and give it a bang, and then I'll probably come back and do the top. Oh dear. Right, let me give it a bang and then we'll see what the top's like. Go. Sorry about the noise, people. And my side tips come off. Just try to stick that back down a little bit. I can't find that piece. Never mind. Right. Oh. So there is my top, and it's not really thick enough to do anything with. Let me try with a spoon. Well, maybe